Happy Thursday and happy July 30th. Man, one more day, July is over, then we are officially in football month. We actually get our first bit of football next Thursday. Cardinals and Panthers, the Hall of Fame game. Man, I still cannot believe how fast this summer has gone by. But listen, football's here. I'm recording this Wednesday night. You guys will be hearing this first thing this morning. Fresh off the heels of day 2 down at the Hilton Chicago on Michigan Avenue, where the 2026 Big Ten football media days are in full swing. And if you thought the SEC had exclusive rights on Midsummer Storyline Warfare, think again, people. Because an 18-team super conference spanning coast to coast means the talent pool, coaching egos, and the national title expectations in this league are completely off the charts. Wednesday just wrapped up and we had absolute heavyweights on the podium. Ryan Day bringing Ohio State's high-octane core, Dan Lanning putting Oregon's national championship blueprint on full display, and UCLA making noise behind quarterback Nico Iamaleava. And as you listen to this Thursday morning, the final wave of coaches hit the mic today, highlighted by Michigan taking the stage with blue-chip quarterback Bryce Underwood. This morning I'm going to be doing a complete 100% deep dive into the Big Ten, breaking down the podium fallout, mapping out the quarterback hierarchy, and setting the table for you guys for what may be the most competitive Big Ten season in modern history. So grab your coffee, go grab yourself a bagel or something this morning, and let's look at the tape. Let's dive right into this, jumping straight into Wednesday's headliner, Ohio State. Ryan Day took the microphone. He didn't bring just any standard podium entourage. He walked in with quarterback Julian Sayin, safety Jalen McClain, and the most dangerous wide receiver in college football, none other than number 4 out of Ohio State, Jeremiah Smith. The takeaway out of Columbus is simple. There is no nuance or soft messaging here. It's national championship or bust. Ryan Day addressed the offensive structure with total transparency, with Julian Sayin commanding the pre-snap calls and Jeremiah Smith demanding double coverage on every single drop back. Ohio State's horizontal stretching capabilities are lethal. Sayin spoke today with a level of maturity that sounds like a 4-year starter, not just a young signal caller taking over a premier engine. If Smith stays healthy and continues his historic vertical trajectory, Ohio State's scoring floor sits north of 38 points a game against anybody on their schedule. And let me also point this out. I'm pretty sure they still have Bo Jackson in the backfield. That dude's a menace. So even if they can't get the ball to Smith or their other wide receivers, they still have a very fluid run game. Now, flipping over to the team standing directly in Ohio State's path, which is none other than the Oregon Ducks and Dan Lanning. Oregon also took the stage Wednesday afternoon, and Lanning brought along quarterback Dante Moore, tight end Jamari Johnson, and pass rusher, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm going to botch this, Tietum Tuioti? Lanning has built an absolute monster in Eugene. You know, he's not just adjusting to the Big Ten's physical style of play. He's completely forcing the rest of the Midwest to adjust to their style. Dante Moore taking the reins of this offense is one of the most fascinating tactical storylines in the entire country. Will Stein's system relies on quick trigger decision-making and intermediate spatial discipline. Moore's arm talent has never been questioned, but his ability to manage late clock, 3rd and 6 situations in cold November road environments is going to dictate Oregon's playoff seeding. And last but not least, I can't believe I'm saying this, but don't overlook UCLA under Bob Chesney, who brought quarterback Nico Iamaleava to Chicago yesterday. Nico's dual-threat playmaking gives UCLA a dynamic variable in out-of-structure situations. When you have a quarterback who can erase a blown blocking assignment with a 25-yard scramble, I almost said 25-year-old scramble, 25-yard scramble, you're going to steal games late in the second half. I think I was kind of surprised just by the poise of Bob Chesney and UCLA when he took the podium today. Yesterday. You're going to be hearing this on Thursday. He sounds confident. He sounds very level-headed coach. I'm anxious to see how UCLA is this year. I'm not sure what their schedule looks like. We'll be diving more into SEC schedule, Big Ten schedule, so on and so forth. But, as you guys listen to this on Thursday morning, day 3 of Media Days is delivering the final batch of storylines. All eyes in Chicago today are locked on Michigan as they take the podium with running back Jordan Marshall, defensive tackle Trey Pierce, and freshman sensation quarterback Bryce Underwood. And don't get me wrong, all this news about their AD stepping down at the end of the year and everything that happened with Sharon Moore, there's a lot that Michigan is going to be probably either asked about or this is going to be looming over their head this season. But bringing Underwood to Media Days before he has even played an official snap tells you everything you need to know about the confidence level in Ann Arbor. Michigan's blueprint hasn't changed. They want to run the football through heavy personnel and control the line of scrimmage as usual and let Underwood's vertical arm make dynamic plays off play action. And last but not least, don't sleep on Indiana and Coach Sig. Cignetti brought linebackers Isaiah Jones, offensive lineman Carter Smith, and defensive tackle Tyreek Tucker. And if you guys have not been either watching Pat McAfee show or even just have not really caught up to date with all the recruiting news, Coach Sig in Indiana brought in a 5-star wide receiver from the Indianapolis area to Bloomington, which is huge. The kid is an absolute weapon at the wide receiver position. But Cignetti's confidence, as it always is at the podium, it's legendary. And if Indiana's trench lines hold up against the upper crust of this league, they are positioned to be a major spoiler in the Big Ten race again. And it's crazy I say spoiler. They just came off a national title run. I don't know how they're not preseason Big Ten champs or picked to be preseason Big Ten champs, but I think with the Oregon bringing back Dante Moore, you still have Jeremiah Smith and Julian Sayin. Can Indiana keep the momentum going? There's so much to dive into, and we definitely will over the next couple of episodes here, the next couple of weeks. But, Big Ten Media Days are wrapping up today in Chicago. Fall camps open up for them across the country within days, and the road to Indianapolis for the Big Ten Championship is officially set. There's so much to dive into. Let me know how you guys have felt about the Big Ten Media Days. If there's been any news that you kind of want to comment on, because I want to hear from you guys. Who's your pick to win the Big Ten this season? Is it Ohio State, Oregon, or can Michigan defend their standard? Or can Michigan even just bypass all the noise surrounding their program? Can Cignetti go back-to-back and get back to a national championship this year? I mean, how many games are you predicting for Bryce Underwood in year one? I mean, there's so many storylines. I think there's more storylines in the Big Ten than there is the SEC this year. I mean, I think the big one in the SEC is, yes, Lane Kiffin stays within conference, goes to LSU, plays Ole Miss, I believe, week 3. There's just so much to dive into. But listen, I appreciate you guys listening to me this Thursday morning. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube so you never miss an episode every Monday and Thursday morning. Head over to our TikTok. See some of the videos we post up on there. Give us some comments of what you'd like to see more of. You guys have been fantastic. Hey, like I say, stay locked to the tape, stay disciplined, and I will catch you next Monday on the next episode as we'll dive into how kind of the Big Ten Media Days wrapped up today, and then we'll start diving into some preseason rankings, preseason schedules. There's a lot to go on. You guys have a great weekend.